Are you a freelance creative struggling to turn your talent into consistent income? Stop doing admin work the hard way. There's a smarter way to handle all those boring tasks that eat up your creative time, and it doesn't involve hiring anyone. Look, I get it. You became a creative because you love making things, not because you wanted to spend half your day answering emails and chasing invoices. But here's what's crazy. Most creatives are doing admin work like it's still 1995. They're manually typing the same emails over and over. They're creating invoices from scratch every single time. They're scheduling social media posts one by one. It's like watching someone dig a hole with a spoon when there's a shovel right next to them. But here's where it gets interesting. The smartest creatives figured out something different. They realized that automation isn't about losing control, it's about taking back control. Think about it like this. Your creative brain is like a sports car, but right now, you're using that sports car to deliver pizza. Sure, it works, but you're wasting all that power on stuff that doesn't need it. Here's what I mean. Let's say you spend 2 hours every week just on email responses. That's 104 hours a year. At your hourly rate, that could be thousands of dollars you're losing just on repetitive typing. Now imagine if those emails could write themselves. Not robot-sounding garbage, but actual helpful responses that sound like you. That's 2 hours back in your week for actual creative work. The secret is something I call the 3-layer system. Layer 1 handles the stuff that's exactly the same every time. Layer 2 handles the stuff that's mostly the same with small changes. Layer 3 handles the stuff that needs your creative touch. Most people try to automate everything or nothing. That's why they fail. The magic happens when you know which layer each task belongs to. For example, sending a welcome packet to new clients? That's layer 1, pure automation. The content never changes, so why are you typing it every time? Following up on project milestones? That's layer 2. The structure is the same, but you might need to swap out project names or deadlines. You can automate the template and just fill in the blanks. Creative feedback and revisions? That's layer 3. This needs your brain, your voice, your expertise. Don't automate this. Here's what happens when you get this right. First, you get your time back. We're talking about 10 to 15 hours per week that you can put toward paid creative work. Second, you look more professional. Your responses are faster, your invoices are cleaner, your follow-ups never get forgotten. Clients notice this stuff. Third, and this is the big one, you can scale without the chaos. Right now, taking on one more client means way more admin headaches. With the right automation, one more client just means more creative work and more money. But here's what most people get wrong about automation. They think it has to be complicated. They try to build these massive systems with dozens of moving parts. Then they spend more time managing the automation than they saved. The best automation is invisible. You set it up once, and it just works. Like having a really good assistant who never takes sick days and never makes mistakes. Let me give you a simple example. Every time you finish a project, 3 things need to happen. You need to send the final files, request a testimonial, and follow up about future work. Right now, you probably remember to do one of those things, maybe 2, if you're having a good day. But what if all 3 happened automatically? The client gets their files with a nice note. They get a simple request for feedback, and a week later, they get a friendly check-in about their next project. No thinking required on your part. This isn't about replacing your creativity. It's about protecting it. Every minute you spend on admin work is a minute stolen from the work that actually matters. Think about your favorite creative project from last year. How much time did you actually spend creating versus how much time you spent on all the stuff around it? For most people, it's about 50-50. That's insane. What if you could flip that ratio? What if 80% of your time went to actual creative work and only 20% went to business stuff? How much better would your work be? How much more money could you make? The tools exist right now to make this happen. You don't need to learn coding. You don't need to hire a tech team. Most of this stuff can be set up in an afternoon with tools you probably already have access to. Nabrr, your email platform probably has templates and automation features you've never used. Your invoicing software can probably send automatic reminders. Your project management tool can probably trigger actions when tasks get completed. The problem isn't the tools. The problem is that nobody teaches creatives how to think about automation. We're taught to focus on the creative side and figure out the business side as we go. But here's the thing. Automation isn't a business skill. It's a creative skill. You're designing systems instead of designing graphics or writing copy. Same creative thinking? Different canvas? Start small. Pick one admin task that drives you crazy. Something you do the same way every single time. Maybe it's sending project proposals. Maybe it's following up on late payments. Maybe it's posting to social media. Figure out the steps you take every time. Write them down. Then ask yourself which of these steps could happen automatically. Don't try to automate everything at once. That's how you end up with a broken system and more work than you started with. Pick one thing, get it working perfectly, then move to the next thing. Now, the goal isn't to eliminate all admin work. The goal is to eliminate the mindless, repetitive admin work so you can focus on the stuff that actually needs your brain. Because here's what I've learned. The ones who figure out automation don't just get their time back. They get their energy back. They get their enthusiasm back. They remember why they became creatives in the first place. When you're not constantly worried about all the little tasks falling through the cracks, you can focus on the big picture. You can take on better projects. You can charge higher rates. You can actually enjoy your work again. The question isn't whether automation works. The question is how much longer you're going to keep doing things the hard way when there's a better option sitting right in front of you. If you found this helpful and you want me to personally help you transform chaotic schedules into structured, profit-driven routines using practical productivity hacks and a step-by-step actionable roadmap, you can join my time transformation for freelance creatives below.